Fairy blessings and welcome to Venusian Empress Oracle. You're joining Empress Melissa. Just blowing a little Palo Santo around. Hope you enjoy the blessings of protection that are coming with this. We're definitely clearing out the air here, as you can see. Welcome in. We're going to see what the message is from the fairies today for our Fairy Tale Friday message. I sure hope everyone's had a great week out there, and I thank you so much for joining me today. Now, if you were drawn here, it's not by accident. There is a message for you. So let's see what that is, shall we? We're going to be getting into the Fairy Blessing Oracle cards to see what our message is. Looks like we got a lot of green going on here, so definitely could still be working on heart energy, needing to get some greens in our life. Make sure you're drinking your smoothies, eating your salads. A blessing of the green. Hey, that could be money, 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 money. And nobody opposed to that, right? That helps us to have that better way of life for sure. I got a blessing of being understood. Yeah, absolutely. You could be dealing with some conflicts at this time with people not quite understanding perhaps some choices that you're making. Maybe you are becoming a vegetarian or going green in some way, and people are like, oh, that's a little extreme perhaps, or something of that nature. I've got the Psychic Tarot here, conflict and deception, or sorry, conflict and defeat. I do feel like that your intuition has been guiding you and letting you know that perhaps 144, wow. Definitely you could be dealing with some conflicts with a twin soul, like a twin flame or a person. In any case, if you're part of the 144, you're absolutely going to be dealing with some conflicts. I mean, you've got to understand that that's what's going to happen here. You don't want to be in two minds about this. You've got to understand what's really going on here and not let other people get you in your head, all right? Make you, not trust yourself, if you will. So Psychic Tarot will be getting some messages also from the Crazy Sexy Love message cards. Do take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you need a personal reading, do reach out to me at the information in the description box below. We've got the energy of unplug. Is somebody taking a vacation here? I definitely would love to take a vacation, but this is all about getting away. Perhaps, just from the everyday. Trust your intuition. A lot of intuition energy coming out here today. You may need to take a break for some reason, or you may be feeling like you're just getting too worked up. A lot of things happening, and you just need to pull back a little bit and not give so much at this time, all right? Good time to do it since we're at the weekend, so go ahead and take some time out for yourself, especially if you perhaps were busy last weekend, you had a lot going on, maybe didn't even feel like you were resting, all right? We're going to get some messages of love from the Lovers Oracle cards, guys, and I will flip my divination coin for one question, so do get that ready for the end, and stick around for all the good stuff. So let us bring in the circle of protection and wisdom. We thank you, angels, ancestors, way showers, fairies, guides of the highest white light, and the Most High. Calling back all our power and evil eye being returned to sender. Let us see what is going on for us for this reading. We are absolutely set and ready now that we have cleared the energy of this space. I would always encourage you to do so. If you're practicing in any way or wanting to, tap into things and understand them more on the unseen side of the tracks, if you will, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're energetically setting that circle of golden white light about your feet so that helps to set protection. There's other things you can imagine around you as well, like mirrors or evil eye itself surrounding you. Some people like to imagine a bunch of tires around them where if it's just bouncing off and going back, but yet the good stuff gets in. You know, you still want to allow the good stuff to get in. So make sure you're not blocking out the good, but do go block out or protect yourself against things that could harm you. All right, other people. You know, that's going to help you to have your intuition more heightened, so you'll be able to use that to your advantage. Ooh, we have a blessing of the green coming out again. I do feel like this may absolutely denote any of those things that I could have been talking about. There could be an influx of money coming in. I really did get that with that. A blessing of the green. So somebody is definitely going to be winning some money, coming into some kind of abundance. But this also, I feel, would relate to your health as well. So make sure that you're paying attention to that and getting enough greens in your diet, more important than anything. A blessing of the Seelie, yeah, because I feel like that you may be dealing with, especially if you've been more tired lately and things of that nature, we have to keep our physical body in good shape so that we can handle all of this spiritual energy that we may be dealing with. All right, so you know, just like if you were going to go out for a workout or a run, you're going to make sure you eat good, right, before you go and do so. That's no different than dealing with dark forces or ensuring that you keep your body in good health, because that's one thing I noticed that not everyone, and I really noticed this more back in the day when I first came into understanding spirituality, but you know, the body is one of the things that tends to get neglected. We focus so much on our mind and on our heart, but our body, if it is actually nourished properly, you know, you can ward off a lot just in making sure that you have what you need to maintain your body, to be able to think clearly, right? Not have pain and different things like that, to keep that aging process at bay. All right, so a blessing from a fairy determined to help you. So you definitely have help in the unseen realms. You have protection against these dark forces that could potentially be working against you. I feel more than anything that, you know, your higher self, the fairies, the angels, you know, would say focus on that physical aspect of yourself more strongly perhaps in this next week. Again, ensure that you're getting good nutrition in your diet. So 17 coming to an 8, that's going to help you to make that connection, that infinity, right? As above, so below. As within, so without. So we got to remember too, if you think about Kirlian photography, Kirlian photography is able to see that auric field, if you will, around your body, and that is all produced not just by your mental and emotional, but your actual physical body. So that all encompasses what you're able to radiate out. So that's something to really be aware of, okay? And I do feel like that's what Spirit is asking you to be aware of, just because of, you know, the mere way that all of this works, you know what I mean? So it's like, to help it to all work properly, it's like that trinity, if you will, with mind, heart, and body, right? Having all three of those, because we have control of those faculties within us. So by choosing to do so, you're actually helping yourself quite a bit. All right, did I read that wrong? Oh no, I tried to go to 18. Sorry, guys. A blessing of the green, number 17. Beautiful. So see what you see in this card that you may connect with, that can help you as well as I read this message. The fairy gift of the green energy of the fairies. So your own fairy blood is summoned and stirred. Ooh, how wonderful is that? You're becoming more magical by the moment, it seems. Your whole DNA is even, in fact, upgrading and changing. As you make these changes, keeping your physical body, once again, in tip-top shape is going to be very important. So you can avoid as many of the side effects, if you will, as possible, right? The tiredness and all of that stuff. The green is a flowing, life-bringing energy of the forested world. So of the forest, if you will, foliage and things of that nature. It's all about flora and fauna and keeping that balance within ourselves, right? Just like Mother Earth has to within her own body. When you are blessed with the green, you too are taken into the memories of the world so that you understand that you are part of her and that a blessed life is about coming into relationship with the green energy that flows all about us when we connect with the realm of the fairy. It is said that those beloved of the Fae have green auric fields, wear green, and have green eyes. Do any of these relate to you? I do have green eyes. They say only 2% of the world has green eyes. So I like to say my eyes are actually kind of mood changing, but for the most part they are green, but they do tend to sometimes be more blue or gray depending on what I'm wearing. Does anybody have eyes like that? Or are you someone who likes to wear green? Or have you actually taken perhaps some of that Kirlian photography like you can do at metaphysical shops, and maybe you had more of a green aura? I would like to know about that. Let me know below. You have received this blessing so your own fairy energy which lies within you can be stirred and summoned and rise to expression so that you can come back to a sense of being akin to the fairies and an ally to the natural world, all right? Because as we wake up and we connect more with Mother Earth, and that helps us to make that connection within ourselves, all right? So we become alive again and remember what this is all about, and that we have to be a part of taking care of Mother because we are a part of her. You know what I'm saying? When the blessing comes to you, wear green. Encourage the growth of plants, care for animals, and tend to the flowers. Don't forget to smell a few as well. Consider making a simple offering to the Fae and your blessing will be threefold. What? Anybody have a fairy garden or anything like that in their yard or in a special place? Yeah, I would love to know about that as well. But anyway, what I mean to say with all of this is that this is going to help set up that natural protection around you, getting that, healthy aura around you, if you will, from the inside out, as within, so without, as above, so below, right? So we're coming into more and more of that balance in every moment is what I feel like is happening here. Yes, harmony, bringing that calmness to the mind, It doesn't have to be, harmony meaning that it has to be with someone else. That's simply that. But that is a soulmate energy. It could be, because that is the Six of Cups, all right? But it's more about coming into that balance within yourself is really more what I feel like with that Six of Cups, because I can also talk about inner child work and healing and things of that nature, right? Moving past all of these past conflicts and feelings of being defeated, or like you've lost out on so much in the past, and maybe that you feel like you're off track to perhaps a pretty more of a degree than you would choose to be, right? You've been suffering for way too long, sitting in silence, being by yourself, hermiting, but not in those good ways where you're actually using that incubation time, that time where you're sitting still to help increase your energy and come out of that period, if you will, a more healed person, where it actually shows like you are glowing, you see it within people when they have healed their heart, again with the green energy coming out here. Number 4, all right, and that means that 5, we have to make a choice with that conflict and defeat to say no more. We're not going to stay in this victim mentality and more or less deplete our own life. 1414. Patience and planning. You definitely are being asked to, it's kind of like the divine timing card, yes. But by doing so, by being patient and like the Knight of Pentacles card, putting in the work, making sure that you dot all the I's, cross all the T's, you have that good foundation in place, then everything is going to go so much better, you know what I mean, all around. So again, just like we were talking about building the pillars, you're building these pillars within yourself. And you are the middle pillar, just so you know, if you know anything about the Kabbalah, you know, the masculine and feminine, you have your aspects on the right and left side. In the middle is you, though. That's all the energy you are building within yourself. And you have the different sephira, or spheres, and that connect all with the masculine and feminine aspects going down this tree of life, right? So this is you coming into your cohesiveness with yourself, but you got to be patient with it. You are aware of quite a bit, but there is still more that all of us can learn. You know what I mean? Nobody is ever a complete master, if you will. There is always more for us to learn and make connections with, and I do that all the time, like within different concepts and aspects of, you know, the way the body works, the way the natural order of things work, like the laws of nature. They all have a conceptual aspect on the non-physical realm. Choosing wisely is going to be so important at this time. What direction are you looking at moving forward? And are you having somebody perhaps that is controlling this dynamic and making it perhaps take longer than you were hoping that it would take? Maybe you're sitting on the dock of a bay, wasting time. Could be thinking quite a bit about which direction you want to move forward, trying to be patient and wait for, you know, that right opportunity to open up for you, for spirit to show you which direction you should go, right? Which way you should fly. Is it time to fly south? Is it time to fly north? You know, and you have this person, it feels like, that could be causing a block. That could be a partner, that could be, you know, like a husband, a father, anything of that nature. Definitely been a lot of thinking going on. We saw that with all the swords energy, with the two of swords. You know, definitely you're looking for the answers. You're asking to be shown. You know, you could have been doing a lot of praying, and look at how her energy is, even as she is turning upwards, as she is connecting within herself. Look how that light is illuminating from her auric field, coming out from within her. Yes, it may take some time, but as you make more and more of the right choices in the right direction, you get back more and more on the path that you were always meant to be on, right? So we've got financial and material changes. So this may be something that you're really thinking about, perhaps how things may change, how you may have to strategize and work out, you know, leaving a situation perhaps that has been controlling, that has been depleting your energy perhaps as well, keeping you from being within your true connection. Yeah, I do feel like with that throat chakra energy and the heartache and loss, yep, heartache and loss, that it's been very hard for you to perhaps speak up about how hurt you have felt perhaps in a particular dynamic, perhaps with this person. You know, this person may have hurt you quite a bit, and you may still be in the thick of it. But I feel like you're trying to find your voice. You're trying to find those people perhaps that you could even speak to that could help you to make this change, right? Turning away from this devil energy and moving towards triumphantly what it is that you've always wanted. All right, but there is some temptation that's coming up here that is going to make or break what is happening here at this time. All right, there may be a temptation to turn back, to not rock the boat, but there's also that part of you that just wants to run wild and free and just break out of the what do they call it, the gate, you know, like you just want to be free. That's what the horse is all about, waving your flag. You know, maybe you've seen some red flags and that's why you're trying to get out of there so fast, you know. But again, I do feel like there is this controlling aspect that's trying to really have a pull, and this all comes down to your heart. Yeah, they're pulling on your heartstrings, that's what I feel. This is going to be a place where you're going to have to make a very important decision. It's going to, going to be something that's going to be a big change, is what it feels like. It could be something that's, means a lot to you with that heart chakra energy coming out, right? But this is all about that harmony and balance in your own life. And is this, situation that you're in, the direction that you're going, is it allowing you to be fertile? This was in reverse when I turned it over. So maybe you're having some problems with infertility or something of that nature as well. That could be something that's going on here too. Rest and rejuvenate. You definitely need to take some time out, especially since you got to be patient about this process anyway, and really think about what direction you want to go moving forward with all of this, because I do feel like with that light energy that you have seen something, you've had an epiphany, a aha moment, something of that nature, and it all has to do with that authority or that emperor energy and this temptation or devil energy, all right? So I do feel like that there's definitely something toxic going on around you that you're really trying to break out away from and out of, and if you are successful, you are truly going to change this energy around and be so much happier than you've ever been. And how interesting that I end up wearing green and all of this green comes out. Wow, I'm going to have to really pay attention to this message for sure. I'm going to go back and listen to this because I'm channeling, so I don't really hear everything or remember in the moment. I'm more trying to make sure that I get out the messages that Spirit wants me to get out for you. Yeah, so if you're trying to get pregnant, your nutrition is absolutely going to play a part. And look at how her heart chakra with the green is lit up as well. Guys, I mean, the message is pretty clear here. If you want to reach the Ten of Pentacles, you see the tree growing around her, the tree of life, all of that, and you can see, the rings. It's like the triple grid energy. This is what we need. We need to get grounded and rooted as above, so below, in Mother, below, and, outside. We need to make sure we're getting outside, connecting with nature. We need to make sure that what we're taking into our bodies, as well as what we're speaking, is as clean and as healthy, all of that as possible, because that is what's really going to help to change all of this around for us. And it is going to be something that we're going to have to stay committed to. We're going to have to decide that this is what we're going to do. Make that choice and choose wisely, right? But this is going to change the direction of your life, whatever this is, okay? So let's get a message and see what the crazy, sexy love message cards have for us. Don't forget to hit that like button and let me know below how this may be resonating for you. Wishes fulfilled. Oh, isn't that cool? Have you guys ever blown on one of these guys? I forget what they call them. Somebody let me know down in the comments if you don't mind. I think they're dandelions. But in any case, make a wish, baby, because wishes are being fulfilled at this time, especially with the green energy. Oh, yes. Your wishes have been germinating. They are deeply planted in the soil of the loving universe, and fulfillment is here, or just around the corner. So get ready for it. You better be, especially if you have been wishing and hoping and praying for something. But faith is required. Faith of a mustard seed is all it takes. Just stay with it, and keep telling yourself that things can change and be better for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, I just saw on the timer. It is easy to get deflated if what we want doesn't materialize right away. So again, with that patience, all right, and keep putting your plan into place. But before you know it, you are going to be riding your high horse out with your flag waving behind you, my dear, because you've seen the red flags, and I feel like you're ready to get out, dash out of the gate, or burst out of the gate. I don't know exactly how I want to say that, but I think you know what I'm saying. Have confidence. you are more capable of manifesting your deepest desires. It is all happening, dear one. Yeah, your heart's deepest desires. So stay with it. Do not lose heart. Do not lose faith. You got green energy and blue energy here today, so it's going to be very important to work with blue crystals like lapis lazuli for your throat chakra. Labradorite is really good for connecting both the heart and the throat chakra. Green crystals, like moss agate. Oh, what else? Peridot is really good actually for working with heart energy if you have any of that. This is going to help you to get into the energy you need to be in to bring all of your wishes into fruition, my dear. So definitely get on that, all right? Don't be tempted to think that just because this sounds small, that it won't have the effect that you think it could have. But actually, every little bit counts and helps towards the whole. So do not discount the small things, as it is said. All right, we get this mirroring energy coming out today that says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. I do feel like somebody around you has definitely been pretty controlling, invading your space, not honoring your boundaries perhaps. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives, okay? 2552 I saw on the timer. We want that mirroring energy in the respect of where we honor and cherish and respect one another, right? And give each other that space, allow each other to have the autonomy that we deserve. Surrender is coming out here today, and it says at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. You may have no choice but to let go of something and move on, and then things will then have that opportunity, because now you've made that space for it. Again, you planted those seeds and they've been germinating. Now it's time to allow them to pop through that soil up into the sunlight. Wow, I am just blown away by this reading. This is amazing. But great things are about to happen for you, especially if you stay brave and strong and don't turn back now, all right? Okay, let's get an answer to your question then, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. And the answer I'm getting at this time, guys, is a hard no. And just remember that no is a complete sentence. It may not be the answer that they want, but hey, sometimes you get told no too, right? And we have to honor each other's boundaries and make sure that we're giving each other space, right? And not being too controlling. Allow them to do what they need to do, but also do what you need to do for yourself, all right? Blessings to all of you. Have a beautiful start to your weekend, and don't forget to join me tomorrow for Saturday Night Empress Live, where I show my face and all of that. I will see you soon. Thanks so much for being here, and bye for now.